Episode 2, Ice Wall, begins by showing us exactly why the 7 Shining Stars need Roze and Ash's help to rescue their leader Kuroto.
How could you trust Britannian mercenaries?
Racism. You gotta love it. Several members of the 7 Shining Stars attempt to assault the prison using Katskis and the floating jump pads. One of the nightmare frames is stopped by the Setup wall because the wall acts like a Gefion disturber. Inamoto ignores Isao and continues his assault using the red Akatsuki, but dies alongside his squad when the prison fires homing missiles at them. The next day, Isao asks Roze to watch the footage from last night's failed attempt to break into the prison. Ash, in the meantime, gives his doggy a bath. Roze thanks him for the data and says it'll come in handy. This pisses off Lupin III, Oda, because it seems like Roze doesn't care what happened to those soldiers. But Roze just feels that moping around isn't going to accomplish anything and feels that using the data to help in their mission is the best way to honor their memory. Roze then confirms that the 7 Shining Stars still want their help and apologizes to Oda, so everything is good again. Ash's dog comes back from his bath to shake the water on Oda. This of course pissed him off, and Ash gets there in the nick of time to save his dog. Yoko and her large bust find this behavior adorable, but seeing her embarrasses Ash, so he hides behind Oda. Apparently this is how we know Ash is a virgin. Also, Yoko loves that Ash is both strong and submissive. Yay. Haruka is not amused and tells everyone to get together or the 7 Shining Stars will die. After the exciting intro, we pan to the prison where Arnold and male Valletta are discussing Kuroto, who was a former bodyguard to Jugo and leader of the 7 Shining Stars. He figures that with his execution day coming up, the 11s will try to rescue him. The warden tells him to not worry about it, but Arnold doesn't care because Norlon ordered him to be there. After the meeting, Arnold talks to male Valletta about the nameless mercenaries killing the Kirkween brothers. Arnold figures that he might have to face them and is excited to do so. Then the story shows a cafe introducing us to the Queen of Fan Service Catherine, an Einberg member. She's enjoying some tea until a messenger informs her that Norlon is requesting her assistance. Catherine is not amused. We then go back to the 7 Shining Stars as they prepare a rocket that will transport Ash and Roze to the prison since they don't have float units yet. Ash and Roze agreed to keep the side mission of rescuing Sakura a secret. Ash gets the Z Apollo ready, but then Roze surprises him by coming on board. Despite his initial opposition, Ash agrees to the plan. Also, Roze's neck pillow is adorable. They fire the rocket and Roze and Ash are able to land on the prison. After the landing, Roze was unconscious, so Ash woke him up. He also informed the 7 Shining Stars of his progress, so they headed out to attack the prison as well. Arnold learns that someone has landed on the prison and is excited to use his nightmare frame. Roze makes it to the command center and uses her Geass to force the commander to free the prisoners. The 7 Shining Stars are able to break into the prison and express their shock that Ash and Roze pulled it off. We also get a nice view of Haruka's ass as she seemingly replaced Colin for the female pilot that we get awesome angles for. Sakuya and Sakura reunite after all these years. We learn that Sakura has always been Sakuya's decoy. Then Sakuya recounts a childhood memory. The reunion is interrupted when that guy from earlier informs Sakuya that Catherine, an Einberg member, is on her way. Sakuya then decides to get the move on to move Sakura out of there. The 7 Shining Stars find abandoned Camdens and fire them up to help free the prisoners. But then Arnold shows up in his nightmare frame, accompanied by his Camdens. The fighting then begins, and despite Haruka's best efforts, the Camdens take her nightmare frame out. She claims that their specs are far greater than the Akatsuki's. Ash, meanwhile, is having no issues in wiping out the Camdens, including using the Predator Claw to rip out a cockpit. Eventually, Ash and Arnold run into each other. Then we pan to Sakuya and Sakura, where both take their sweet time getting to the shuttle. This gives Catherine enough time to recapture Sakura and take out the Camdens, assisting them. Roze is shocked and frustrated by the whole situation. Also, the airship Catherine used reminds me of the one in the original anime. Back to the battle, Catherine informs Arnold that she recaptured the princess, so everything is good, but Arnold has unfinished business. Roze then frees Kuroto and reveals that she's Sakuya. This gains his trust and he agrees to help her. Back to the battle again, and this time Arnold figures out that Ash is the pilot of the Z Apollo based on his movements. Arnold remembers him during his time as a Britannian soldier. Ash during that time was a Britannian assassin. After Ash kills male Valletta, Arnold joins the fray, calling him Ash Phoenix. Arnold is confused about his motivations, and all Ash can do is discuss his brother. This further confuses Arnold. Ash initially struggles to take out Arnold because his Nightmare Frame has really powerful shields. But then he uses the Megista Zeta and then kills Arnold. Arnold dies in a similar way to Jeremiah. Maybe there's a reason for that parallel. After this, everyone escapes the prison and later that night celebrate the victory. On the roof, Roze discusses their current progress in freeing Kuroto while taking out 3 Ironberg members. Roze tells Ash that Neo Britannia took Sakura to their government office located in the capital. Then things get weird as Roze randomly asks Ash, "Is there someone who means more to you than anything?" When Ash tries to answer, we get a flashback revealing that Sakura used Geass on Ash so he would act as her brother. It seems like the command makes him only worry about Roze. Ash heads back inside, and with his back turned, we get another crazy twist where Roze declares that after destroying Neo Britannia and rescuing Sakura, she will avenge her father and kill Ash. Which means that Ash killed her father. Hope you enjoyed the recap. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts on the second episode of Roze of Recapture. Until then, check out my reactions to the second episode, which you can watch right here.